Coming up next, first guest of the evening. Man is a legend in the culinary world and the punk rock world. I don't think too many people can say that. And he is gracing our area for a couple days. And I'm going to introduce now Joshua Ploeg. Come on up, Joshua. You actually have a better mic than me as far as balance is concerned. Good to see you. You might need to use the microphone. I don't know. Just do some adjusting.
Point it at myself.
Do some pointing.
Like that.
That's not doing much. Well,
nope.
Let's try to keep talking a little bit.
Yeah.
We're trying not to feedback.
Yeah.
You know what to do with these things. You were in bands for a while. Well,
not if you want to keep it.
This does belong to Saturn Cafe. So, Joshua, you, I first saw you perform in a band called Behead the Prophet, No Lord Shall Live. Applause.
That's a deicide song. That's very good.
I didn't know that. I just knew that I had your shirt and part of it was printed backwards, so I could only see it in a mirror. It was like fucking like Candyman.
What was the picture? Was it clear?
No, it wasn't like it. Just the No Lord Shall Live part was written backwards.
Oh.
Like you could see it in an ambulance or a mirror, pretty much. So before that, you were in a band called Mulkateo Fairies, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And was that your first band you did?
Yeah, it really was. Where I sang anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's from Olympia, named after the Mulkateo Ferry. It goes from Whidbey Island to
I guess you're in Joshua at all?
Clinton, Washington.
Getting it, okay.
Okay. It was one of the first Northwest queercore bands, and so he changed the spelling to fairy, like a lovely dancing fairy.
Right.
Yeah, it's what we sounded like.
We're about to sound like that. So that was the one, and a couple people were in both bands, like you and Quiddy, and I was in Behead the Prophet. You had a violin player who was in his 60s at the time.
Yeah, he was 58 when we started playing. And
yeah, Michael, who unfortunately passed away recently.
Yeah, he passed away 2 years ago now.
Yeah,
it hasn't been that long.
But was that interesting having a band where you were kind of multi-generational within your band?
Yeah, he thought we were such dipshits about half the time, but he had so much couth he would never say.
Yeah.
You could just see the disapproving look or the head shake when he thought you weren't looking.
And didn't he have kids that were around the age of you guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that how you all met? Was this in Bellingham? Were you living in Bellingham at the time?
No, we migrated north. Like three at the time. Three of us were in Olympia. One was in Seattle, and Michael was in Bellingham. And by the end of the band, two were in Bellingham, two in Seattle, one in Olympia.
Now, saying you're one of the first queercore bands,
from the Northwest.
Right, and
they put a caveat on that. I'm not.
I'm
not GB Jones.
Right, but I also think like you were like queer but hardcore and not like queer and like kind of like Ramones-y punk. Well, I meant like the music was like more like hardcore and this different, but this really weird experimental hardcore.
Yeah, it wound up being that way. It was mostly the violin that did it.
Yeah. And I remember at the time, I saw you guys tour on this tour with Men's Recovery Project and Thrones.
Yeah.
And I've always heard really crazy Men's Recovery Project stories from this tour. Is like, just like them like running up and like turning around and crumbling a cookie in their butthole and then running away and just hopping in the car, not getting paid, and just running off.
That was it.
Was that on that tour?
The Pickle Patch, wasn't it? Like Steve Aoki's place in Isla Vista.
Yeah. Were you at that one?
Oh yeah, I booked that show. And Sam came up to me beforehand. He said, "Joshua, you did a great job booking the tour." And he started to walk away, and I was like, "What are you gonna do?" And he's like, "You may not want to see it, but I just want you to know it's got nothing to do with you." So I locked myself in the bathroom while they played, and it lasted about 10 minutes, and then I heard them like leave in their van. And I was like, "Oh great!" People were like, "Boo!" And I was like, "What happened?" So they went up there. They had a banner that said, I don't even know what, Man's Recovery Project waffles, something or other. And they ate like waffle cereal and crumbled shit all over the carpet because it was a carpeted apartment where this place is.
Oh, and it was just an apartment?
Beat one snare drum and they chanted for about 2 minutes, and then they walked outside and everybody thought it was a joke. So they all walked out with them, and I saw a video of it, and they're like waving goodbye as they drove away in their van, and then they never came back. So that's That's Sam McFeeters in action.
Yeah.
He doesn't like playing at the time in the basement because they had this big video set up and everything. So all the shows that were in basements or some small apartment, they couldn't set all their shit up. And then it's like, well, what's the point of doing your act if it's
was that
fast? He was dressing up like Patrick Henry, giving a big, that
was amazing on that tour. I
so I
remember
think it's
that.
about the best they've been.
Yeah, doing "Give Me Liberty, Give Me Death" speech.
Yeah.
In full like colonial garb. But was that hit kind of a
We need that man now.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Yeah, well, he did something like that when he opened for So Damn Insane. But he was like came out as George Washington or something like that.
Yeah.
But was that like a total dig at you when he said that though? Did you take that as a dig, like, good job booking the tour?
No, I took it as that he hated that place and he was going to do something fucked up. And I took him at face value. He didn't blame me for, you know.
And so subsequent to that, then I remember a couple years ago seeing you on a tour where you were doing kind of solo chanting, like kind of folk music. You don't want to talk about it? No, I know. I have the CDRs, man. I got the CDRs.
That was at People.
At People?
I did that at People.
It was done to them?
I recorded like 30 CDRs of atonal chanting and fake folk music that I sang a cappella like a toothless old man and tried to pretend like they were old songs, but I wrote them.
They're actually really good. I don't know if you have them online anywhere.
Went on tour, I had a cape and a crystal ball and just sang along with tapes of myself. And a couple shows, people thought it was going to be my new hardcore band.
No, right, because that was after Lords of Light, which is a band you're in.
Lords of Light Speed, don't confuse.
Lords of Light Speed, right, not Lords of Light, right. Even though
it's like the same Grothman song, you know.
Right,
naming all my bands after people.
And that was people.
They're Wolves in the Throne Room.
They're the band Wolves in the Throne Room. Yes. It was like you fronting. Yes. It was like you fronting Wolves in the Throne Room, essentially. Well,
it
not
worked
really.
About as well as that sounds. I'm not really the black metal type.
Well, I kind of wish like now you would just overdub all your weird chanting stuff over Wolves in the Throne Room albums. And then just put those out as bootlegs.
They might enjoy that.
Yeah.
You should suggest it to them.
I'll just do it, man. I have both recordings. I have GarageBand. It's gonna happen.
Pick it outside of Southern Ward till they put it out.
That'll be at the tail end of, if we actually end up podcasting this, I'll just throw a sample of that in the middle.
If you end up podcasting it, just cut that first part out.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. We don't have any technical difficulties can be aesthetic.
But personal ones.
Yeah. And when did you start doing the cooking that you are now known for?
Like the way I do it now, 2003?
Or that's the first time you started touring with the...
Yeah. Before that I did cooking demos and I, did personal chefing, it's like a pseudo personal chef where I cook for my friends so I could live in their house and they wouldn't kick me out.
When did that start?
1998.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. The touring started in 2003. It was a great idea. I still do it to this day.
Yeah. Now, would you say there's been like a peak for that for you when you were doing it the most? Like most of your year was doing the touring?
This will be a year like that.
This will be?
Yeah. 2005 and 4 and 7.
And you started
those. I toured almost the whole year.
And when you started, your cookbooks were just photocopied, spiral bound.
Comb bound like a little church lady. I photocopied them myself and bound them myself. And that first one I've sold it's somewhere between 8,000 and 10,000. I made every single one personally, so
totally.
It's not as fun as it sounds.
Yeah.
And people always say, you're the only person I ever hear besides the 2000 election talking about chads, because I'm going to get chads all over your floor, and I hope you don't mind. And they're like, what? Who are you? I'm like, well, they've never heard it used in a sentence out of a political context.
Yeah.
But thousands of chads, more chads than they produced in that election. Bags and bags.
Bags of chads. Suck a bag of chads.
So the comb-bound style dies hard, though. People prefer it to an extent because if you cook a lot, you can open it up without breaking the sponge.
That is a problem.
Put a placeholder.
Oh, I should actually just grab your book as an example to show people.
Keep talking.
Yeah, it's a prop. This
is Joshua's actually printed book. Subsequently, this came out.
One of them.
This came out what year?
2008.
And so you
better get working on a new one.
Now, are you actually vegan, or everything in here is vegan?
I'm vegetarian.
You're vegetarian.
I just cook vegan because I know what it's like to be vegan. So they should. I feel like it's the most accessible cuisine, barring any allergies. Anyone can eat it. You know?
Right. And this is a Microcosm Publishing out of Portland.
Yes. So we're part of their cookbook series with Please Don't Feed the Bears and Dirty South, Hot Damn and Hell Yeah.
Cool.
Good set.
And you are doing dinner in town, are you not?
I have at least one Sunday at Vulcan.
If anyone wants to book Joshua,
I have some free days.
Would you want to do it tomorrow?
Hey, opening day is the Mariners and the A's on April 1st. I'll be back for
I don't know anything about that.
If anybody...
oh, you want to do like a tailgate party? Like a vegan tailgate party?
Go down to the Coliseum, but...
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm saying the 2nd, the 3rd, and the day before, I'll probably be around.
So you can come to talk to Josh later if you'd like to book him for a dinner party. The way that works, you just kind of have someone you host, and then you go to their house, cook. Yeah. People pay for grocery expenses, and then they'll sometimes buy the books, or sometimes there's like tips over that.
They pay, it's usually between $12 and $20 a person, depending on what the menu is. They get 6 courses of vegan food. It's pretty social. They hang out, drink wine. I usually make an alcoholic beverage, get everyone all fucked up.
That's what I was going to suggest you do tonight.
Sometimes we go out together. Yeah, but that's what I do. That's how I make my money. That's how I do everything. That's how I travel.
Punk rock touring, vegan chefing.
I bring I have my knives again on this trip. Yeah. They've been in Mexico for like months. I felt like
your knives. You were separated from that's pretty punk. You're just traveling with a set of knives.
That first tour, I didn't bring knives because I brought a deep fryer. I don't know if you remember that. I had like a brown bag and it was like covered in grease dripping out. But then TSA broke it when I flew back from Minneapolis. But usually I take the Greyhound. Not really so much hitchhike as like bum rides, and do Craigslist a bit, ride share, and take Amtrak, and sometimes fly if it's really far.
Yeah.
And I just drag my gear with me, sometimes some spices like in a tackle box, and I go to different people's apartments and cook. And so I'll go to New York, cook like 5 nights in a row, hang out for a few days, and then go to DC or Philly or wherever. And that's how I see everyone.
But you're based in LA still?
No, I'm based in Rosarito.
Where's that?
It's about 20 minutes south of Tijuana.
Oh, really?
I live in Mexico.
I had no idea. International. We've gone international on our first show. Living on the other side of Tijuana. Now, I remember a couple years ago, there was some weird thing where you were going to do something for Logo for Sandra Bernhard.
That didn't happen.
That was just like something that I remembered in my head.
It was Q Channel.
Oh, my apologies. Which one of them doesn't exist anymore, right?
I think that's the one that doesn't exist.
Okay.
They locked the doors like everyone. They couldn't get their shit out, so I think it doesn't exist.
It sounds like KUSF. All right.
That was a Sean Carnage.
Oh, it was?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I don't get shit like that on my own. The gay press, they hate me.
So you got the book, you're touring, you're going to be back through town.
I will.
For the Mariners game. Are you a baseball fan?
I am.
Yeah.
Does that surprise you?
Who's your team? I don't know. I don't know anything.
Going to the Mariners game, who do you think it is?
Right, okay. Well, you are from the Pacific Northwest. That's right. You never like...
They're the only ones I stuck with. You know, I can't handle any more losers than that. So
are the Warriors up inside? You don't care about basketball?
I've been...
This is not a good avenue for me to get into, by the way. It's just going to lead to total dead ends.
I've been paying attention to this Kings move, actually, if that's what you're bringing up.
No, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about right now.
The Kings are going to move to Anaheim, man. The Sacramento's basketball team. The Warriors are here in Oakland.
They're here?
For you.
Oh, they are?
They are.
Shit. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Warriors.
Golden State.
They're sponsors. I didn't even know what they were.
Golden State's a big place. Yeah, well, anyway.
Yeah.
The Sacramento's team's moving to Anaheim, supposedly.
So you're a basketball person? You're a baseball person? Are you a football person?
Basketball, I'm just a spelunker.
That's another thing.
That's somebody that goes into a cave and docks and shit.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's like, oh, this place is nice.
Sanctum,
I'll get a pretzel, I just kick back up in the cheap seats and laugh at everyone, and if the mascot comes up there, I'll dance around with them. It's pretty easy. It costs if you get a ticket on the fan,
I'm totally lost. I have no idea what's going on.
$4. It's cheap entertainment, you know.
You ever go to the horse race track?
I haven't been to one.
Damn.
I gotta tell you something about that bad vegan press. I can't be seen at a place like that.
Oh, exactly, yeah. I know. Oh, I'm related.
How stupid do you think I am?
I'm related to vegans. I'm related.
People are gonna start mailing these back.
Do you have to watch out? Are you gonna get like lostYourEdge.com vegan, like veganedgebreaker.com?
I wouldn't go to a bullfight and talk about it. I wouldn't try to bring my friends to the rodeo.
Would you own an ant farm?
Someone was trying to get me to go to the circus, and I was just like, I can't go to the circus.
No, the circus.
It was like it was up here. I'm like, I know people that are going to be protesting. And I do benefits for those groups too and stuff. So it's just like, I mean, might as well keep that at least as much of a hypocrite as I am in a lot of ways. Keep that like something that's tight. Okay. You know.
I mean, the circus is fucked up, you guys. I did.
We love to dance.
I had my friends, their dad was in China, and they brought back this home video of like just watching this bear on black bear on a tiny bicycle, and just riding this tiny bike, and then just always looking over his shoulder. It's so fucking sad. It's like the saddest thing.
Well, that's how they go to the store to get their honey, George.
How are you on honey? What's your stand on honey for vegan?
I always ate it, but I can understand why they don't.
Yeah.
I lived on an alfalfa farm when I was growing up. We had bees. Mm-hmm. So, and occasionally a honey extraction would occur, and I would always stay far away. I get stung about once a year anyway, even not living on a farm, so I'm cautious with them.
Yeah.
But I understand why people don't eat honey, but...
Why don't wasps make honey?
Are you trolling me?
No, I'm just trying to understand, like, why when a bee makes honey, why doesn't a wasp make honey? I mean, they gotta be good for something, otherwise they're just assholes of nature.
It's like, it's a predator.
Well, I guess they plant their seeds in figs, right?
They can,
this thing with the fig
wasp.
The fig wasp.
Ruins the fig, and it's funny you mentioned that.
Is that vegan? Can you make a fig thing? It's got wasp eggs in it?
Not with a wasp in there.
Okay, I wouldn't either, yeah.
That's gross. Ever since I first heard that.
Tequila? What about tequila?
I always look every time. I always split the fig directly in half, and I'm always like, or like, is it in there? Is it in there? This is gonna be the time.
I guess we can try to table the vegan, non-vegan discussion when we're not at a vegan cafe.
I would get stung for sure.
All right, Joshua, you gonna stick around at the table?
And do what?
Just, I don't know.
I'm gonna be
throw
like
in comments.
You're Andy Richter.
Yeah, totally. Joshua Ploeg, everyone.
Thank you.